Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and today we've got a channel update for you. I'm going to tell you all the stuff that's been going on, what's happening, future reviews I've got lined up, future tutorials, and also I will be taking requests for videos. You know, what do you want to see? Let me know, and I will be working on that. But for starters, I am on elementary Freya on my laptop, not my desktop. And you may be wondering why that is. Well, the reason for Freya is there's been a big update that just came down the pike recently, so downloaded it, installed it on the laptop, thought I'd play around with it for a few days so that you know, I can get the feel for it before I did a review on this latest update. But the reason that I'm not on the desktop is that it took a dump on me on Friday. You know, tried to power up the computer, nothing, and so I spent the bulk of the day Friday night. Actually, spent pretty much an all-nighter Friday night. Got a couple hours sleep, then was back at it on Saturday. And long and short of it, we have a dead motherboard, and I kind of been thinking that that was coming down the pike because I've been having some trouble with the computer posting, but it wasn't exactly the best timing. And you know, it was kind of the capper for a horrendous week, because earlier in the week, and for those of you that follow me on Google Plus, you know, kind of know this story. There's a new job that I had applied and interviewed for. It was going to basically double the amount of money that I make, as well as give me more free time, so I'd be able to do more videos and all that kind of stuff. Found out I didn't get that job, so I was a little bit bummed about that. But then the following night, I go into my regular job at the power plant and find out that I am getting laid off because we're going down for some major maintenance at the power plant. So, you know, at that point, my plan was, oh, okay, you know, while I'm looking for something else or waiting for, you know, the power plant to come back online, I'm going to crank out the videos and do some web development, all that kind of stuff. And then the computer takes a dump on me. It's like, you know, this was the fine capper to a week. But anyway, getting back to the desktop computer, I have gone and, you know, I kind of wanted to upgrade the computer anyway. You know, most of the components are fine. You know, it's rocking 16 gigs of RAM, a couple of SSDs, the regular hard drives that I use for storage, fairly good hard drives. The processor on the computer is not an ancient, but a little bit older AMD. It's one of the X4 645, I think 3 gigahertz. And you know, at the time when I first bought this computer, which was I think 2010, it was, you know, definitely not top of the line, but it was a decent processor. Now, well, it's, you know, by today's standards, it is just, you know, so outdated and so slow and whatnot. So I had already been thinking about, hey, let's go and update the computer. I just didn't need this kind of timing for it. So anyway, one of the future videos that you're going to see, and you'll probably see it within the week, is replacement of the motherboard. And since I've got to replace the motherboard anyway, we're going to go and put a new CPU in as well. And where's my mouse? There it is. Drag it on over here. So since we've got a micro center here in Cincinnati, I am going to, besides the motherboard, I will be using the AMD FX 8320. For this kind of price point, I think it's the best bang for the buck that's out there. Quad core processor, 3.5 gigahertz speed. And then also Micro Center, they've got, with their, when you buy an AMD processor, if you buy an AMD compatible motherboard, you get $40 off of the motherboard. So kind of looking at what I've got set up here for my order here. The processor's costing me $109, and then because of the discount for with buying the two together, my motherboard's only going to cost me $24.99. It'll actually be $9.99 after there's a mail-in rebate as well. So price for this kind of price point, I don't think I could do any better. I could save like about an extra $20 by going with the FX 6350. Let me see if I can find that. Now, actually, it looks like the price has gone up on it. Excuse me. For a time, they were running the FX 6350 at, I think, 99, so it was like about $20 cheaper. But I mean, you're only saving $20, and you're. I don't think that it was a better bang for the buck. I think you might as well go ahead and spend the extra $20 at that. I would like to go with an Intel processor, but with the situation being what it is right now, money is extremely tight. Looking at probably an extra $40 to $50 to pick up, say, a Core i3, and I wouldn't get the discount on the motherboard, so you're probably talking another $40, $50. Even if I was able to find a cheaper motherboard, it's at least another $20 or $30 there. So, like I said, at this price point, I don't think I could do any better. All that being said, since the main reason that I have the desktop is for doing the videos and all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to throw this out there. If there's anyone that wants to donate towards the computer repairs, there will be a link down below in the video description. You can throw $1 or $2 or whatever. I don't want anybody sending me a whole bunch of money to repair the computer, but I got 2,400 subscribers. If anybody wants to throw $1 or $2 or whatever towards their computer repairs, hey, it will be greatly appreciated. So, getting all that out of the way, let's talk about the reviews that I've got coming up. You already know about the update to Elementary OS, so I will be reviewing that. I may actually do it on the laptop before I get the desktop fixed and whatnot. So that'll be coming down. That'll probably be the next review. And then the other ones that I have that I'm planning on, this one looks pretty interesting. Chape, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. They've just had a recent release. It's Fedora-based distribution, running GNOME desktop, so we'll have a look and see at that. And while we're talking GNOME desktop, this other one here, this is an Arch-based distribution running the GNOME desktop as well. I've heard a few people say they really like it, and that this is a nice substitute for Elementary OS. So I'd like to go and give it a try and see if that what I've heard about it holds up and whatnot. And then finally, I have had a request. I've reviewed Manjaro, several of the Manjaro distributions, recently, and I really like Manjaro, but I've had requests for both the Fluxbox version and then also the i3 version. So I'll be looking at both of those as well. And then as far as tutorials go, I've had requests for how to install Kwin on XFCE, how to install Pantheon desktop environment on Arch, wow, cannot talk today. How to install Pantheon on Arch, how to install the Deepin desktop environment on Arch, and then also on a tutorial on hard drive partitioning when you're installing your distribution. How do you partition your hard drive? Not just how to do the actual partitioning, but sizes for different partitions and that sort of thing. So I'll be doing that. Now I kind of open things up to I want to hear from my regular viewers what kind of stuff you want to see and all that kind of stuff. My notebook's right here, and I will start making a list of all the stuff that you guys want to see, whether it's a review, tutorial, all that kind of stuff. I already mentioned that I will, when I replace the motherboard and CPU, I will do a video on that. But if you want to see more hardware-based reviews, how to swap out drives or install RAM, whatever you want to see as far as hard drive, that kind of thing, just let me know, and we will do videos on that. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Really like how the channel has evolved, and when I first started this channel, there was I never thought that I'd have 2,400 2,500 viewers, and I'm hoping to keep the channel growing and whatnot, so please share these videos with all your friends and whatnot. As always, leave comments, questions, all that kind of stuff down below. Shoot me a message if you want to if you want to send me a video request that way, however you want to do it, and give us a big old thumbs up if you like the video, and I will see you all on the next video. Thanks a lot.